Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. So first of all, I want to apologize that I didn't get to post a reading last weekend while I was away on my trip. I really thought I was going to, but it just didn't happen. So I'm doing it today. And this is going to be a reading for twin flames or divine soulmates, where the divine masculine is involved in a third party relationship, karmic relationship, however you want to call it. It could be that it's you, the feminine, in a third party situation or in a different relationship. It doesn't matter, okay? You can take the messages as they make sense for you. All right, so let's get started. We're going to look at the masculine's energy towards their karmic partner, or whatever their karmic situation is. We're going to look at their energy towards you, and we're also going to look at your energy as well as the future energies as to what is coming up in the near future, actually. All right, so let's see. I feel like this is actually a very rough patch that the collective is going through currently. So you might be feeling it. You might be feeling the intensity of it. You might be feeling depressed. You might have changed your sleeping habits, eating habits. It's just a lot. It's a lot that's going on presently. So let's see. Also, I want to thank all of you. We also have that. Who watch my zodiac videos, comment and like. Just so you guys know, a lot of those videos, they are geared towards divine soulmates. I tend to pick up on divine soulmate connections, so you might find that those resonate with you as well. All right, so let's see what we have here. We have family, we have material world, we have balancing the scales, and we have regret. Okay, so just so you guys know, there are a lot of different types of relationships that the masculines could be in, okay, when it comes to karmic relationships. And just also another thing is that many relationships are karmic, okay? Even the twin flame or divine soulmate connection, there's going to be karma, all right? So sometimes I just feel like we use that word so loosely, and then it gets like this bad connotation attached to it, and it's not, okay? It's just for convenience that we use that term. All right, so, and some of them, you know, some of them have families, right? Some of them have families, some of them are in very committed type of relationships, and others might have more superficial type of relationships, okay? So this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate for all of you. Because of that, okay? It's just impossible to tap into every situation. And like I said, there's a big difference between the masculines who are involved in high commitment relationships and those who are involved in more superficial type of relationships, okay? So do keep that in mind. I will be posting more of just the masculine and the karmic partner relationship to see what's going on there. Those will be more specific because I will be tapping into specific groups. All right, so for this particular reading, this is a masculine who does have family, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that they have a family with their karmic partner. It could just be that the karmic, in this particular case, is their family, or it's their family that is involved in keeping them tied to that connection, okay? And then for others, it's going to be that they actually have a family with their current partner. Material world, yeah, they're really focused on the 3D and what is going on practically in their lives. So they're looking at the practical matters, I feel, rather than going within and trusting their intuition at this point. So like I said, it is a rough patch, right? They are trying to balance out the scales in some way. This does also remind me of Justice from the tarot. So a lot of them are trying to, I feel, reconsider the decisions they have made. And because of that, they are regretting, okay, decisions that they have already made in the past concerning this karmic relationship here. all right, which was, and for a lot of them, right, even if they do have a family with them, even if they are highly committed, it could still be superficial in the sense that it is just in the material world, right? There's no spiritual connection there. So let's get into it and see. Yeah, it just feels like right now they're just really focused on the material aspect of the situation, but still regretting. All right, let's see. So what is the Divine Masculine's energy towards this other relationship? We had one flip over. Let's see. Oh. All right, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, and we have Death. So it feels like, yeah, they are exhausted to the point where they just really want to let this go. However, it feels like they're not really taking action at the current moment on that, even though it is done. All right, and I feel like it has been done for a while. All right, there's nothing there other than the practicality of this connection. It could be convenience for some of them. It could be family, right? That's keeping them there. Anything like that. We are going to clarify at some point some of these. Let's see. Let's see what's going on in their headspace. I feel like that wanted to come out. We have the Star in reverse. We have the Page of Swords and we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Like I said it from the very beginning. It is a little bit of a rough patch at the moment. They are going to get through it. And like I said in a very recent reading, I feel like there's like two different paths, all right? At least, all right? And that's just being very, very general. Some masculines are really picking up the pace at the moment, and then others are kind of staying a little bit stuck, still working through some issues. And that's what I'm getting here. Even though they know there's no hope for this connection. They know there's no hope. A lot of them are thinking about children, if there are children involved. But yet they're having a hard time walking away because of that. Let's see what's going on with them emotionally. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. So if you guys know anything about tarot, you can see that there's no love here, all right? The only Cups card that we have out of 9 cards is the Eight of Cups, which is all about walking away from something, emotionally detaching, anything like that. And it's in reverse well because they're not doing it. But there's no emotions here concerning this person. All right. Emotionally, there's a lot of fluctuation. There's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of what do I do? Like, I feel like it's more of a headspace even when it comes to their emotional space. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of overthinking these things. And I was going to even say that with the Page of Swords here, and then we have the Nine of Swords right under that. So we are going to clarify and see. Just a little bit more detailed here. So let's see the Ten of Wands in reverse. Oh, interesting. All right, so we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. We have the Two of Wands, and we have the Eight of Cups upright this time. So they're having a hard time, oh gosh, they really want to release this burden. They're like, they're so tired, it's like not even funny. And it's amazing to me how they can be so exhausted with the situation, yet still staying there, still waiting before they walk away. Do you see this? So this is kind of like they're just thinking again. They're thinking more, trying to strategize rather than doing, which is why we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Wands in reverse. It's kind of like it's all in their heads, just thinking, rather than doing. All right. That's just what's going on at the moment. All right. So if you're in communication or you're in contact and you happen to know that your masculine's not walking away at the moment, well, that's why. They're thinking about it a lot. They're still trying to strategize. It's almost like a procrastination. It's like a form of procrastination, actually. Let's clarify death. Four of Wands in reverse and the Chariot in reverse. Yeah. They know that there's no moving forward, right? And that's pretty clear even with the Star being in reverse. Okay, so this is old news, actually. And well, for those of you who have been on the journey for a while, or if you've been following my readings or even other readers' readings, I feel like, we've been saying this for a while. It's done. It's done. There's nothing there. There's no stability there. There's no sense of belonging. There's no sense of anything in this connection. It's completely over, yet we still have the Chariot in reverse here. It's like staying in death, staying in something dead. That's how it's coming through. Let's clarify the Three of Pentacles. All right, we have the Four of Cups, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse, and we have the Page of Wands. So I'm getting a sense of settling with the Three of Pentacles and then the Four of Cups here. And the Knight of Cups in reverse. It's like there's no desire to be there, but it's kind of like, again, I'm getting with this Three of Pentacles that it's like putting in some kind of an effort, like it feels like a chore. Emotionally, they're feeling emotionally putting in some kind of an effort, which isn't paying off, right? Because they're in this depressed kind of an energy here with the Four of Cups. Just sitting there, you see that? Like being very passive, not wanting to take that cup that's being offered to them. Just settling for something that is way less than satisfactory, something that, they don't even want to offer their cup to. But they have, with this Page of Wands though, they also want to, it's like they want to try, but they can't try, okay? That's how it's coming in. And it's a lot of back and forth. They're just going through a very turbulent time at the moment, and I know that's probably not what a lot of you want to hear, but I'm not going to sugarcoat things, okay? This is what is coming through. Yeah, they're not happy there. They're trying to make an effort, but they can't. They're still very unhappy. Like I said though, they will get through it. They will get through it. All right, so let's actually, yeah, so we didn't get anything too specific as to their behavior towards their partner. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. It doesn't really matter. They don't have the hope there. They're just kind of sitting there. All right, so let's see what their energy is towards their Divine Feminine. Wow. Okay, so we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Chariot, and we have the Six of Pentacles. If they're not communicating with you, they definitely want to. They have a lot of drive to come towards you. Like, wow, a lot, all right? However, with the Six of Pentacles being in reverse, there's something that is keeping them back, though, from doing that, because there's an imbalance. And they know that there's an imbalance. And that imbalance is the fact that they're still providing somewhere where it wouldn't be beneficial to you for them to come forward. Do you see what I'm saying? So they know that they're still giving somewhere else. However, it's interesting because they still want to come towards you. And so for some of you, your masculines might actually be still trying to approach you, still keep in contact with you, still have some kind of an interaction with you, even though they're still not ready to give fairly to you. Okay, and then for others of you who are not in communication, they really want to come forward, but they know that they're not done here. Like, how can they come forward when they still have this going on? All right. So 2 different scenarios here. Let's see what's going on in their headspace. We have the 3 of Wands. So they are thinking about you a lot. They're thinking about you. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so they're thinking about you a lot. They're thinking about, it's almost as if they're fantasizing about the future with you. But at the same time, they're also thinking that you're not going to be there. They're feeling like you have pulled your love back from them, or you have pulled back your affection from them. They're picking up on something. So we'll see, when we get into your energy, we'll see how that matches up. And again, with the King of Pentacles being in reverse, yeah, again, and it's right under the Six of Pentacles, exactly what I was saying. They're feeling like they can't be your King of Pentacles. They feel like their commitment right now is somewhere else. So yeah, like I said, like I've said in other videos, they might take 2 steps forward and then 1 step back, right? For example. And then maybe they'll take 3 steps forward the next time to make up for that. This is one of those 1 step back time periods. I don't think it's going to last too long, and it's really, what's coming through now is it's really going to depend on the Divine Feminine, for those of you who even still care, okay? Because I'm also getting that a lot of you just want out of this, all right? Like, you don't even care. Like, I'm even, right now, I'm feeling some of you wanting me to just confirm that, that's it, they're staying there, like it's done, just to help you move on. I'm even getting that for some of you, okay? Not all of you. All right, let's see what's going on in their emotional space. We have the Devil in reverse. Curious what that was. Oops. The Hermit in reverse. And the Seven of Wands in reverse, huh? So it's interesting to me that, again, we're not getting much emotional type of energies here. And I feel like, again, like it's because right now they're so focused on what is it that is practical, what is it that is rational, right? Instead of thinking with their hearts, as I said in the very beginning, and it's playing out throughout this whole reading. So again, it's just a phase. The heart, you can only suppress the heart for so long before the emotions creep up and really get to you. And the longer they stay bottled up, the harder they're gonna hit them once they creep up. It's just going to be like a big burst. All right. Okay, so for their emotional space, I'm seeing that, you know, with this devil being in reverse, for those that were, for those that had toxic thoughts concerning their divine feminine, they're coming out of that. They're seeing things more clearly. They are detaching from anything that was toxic in relation to their divine feminine. And what I mean by that is that, for example, a lot of them were afraid of the connection with the divine feminine. A lot of them were just thinking things about the divine feminine that possibly were not true, for example, okay? It could be 100 other things. It's like they're coming out of that. They're releasing those false or toxic thoughts or fears concerning the divine feminine. If you, again, and we're seeing the Hermit now being in reverse after we saw the Eight of Wands and the Chariot here, if you're in separation, they're not liking it at the moment, emotionally at least. Like, they want to come out of that. It's kind of like they're at this point where, yeah, they're still here, but they don't want to be away from you. They don't want this distance. They don't want this coldness. It's like, and then with the Seven of Wands being in reverse, it's like they're ready to put their guard down. But I don't see them really having that courage to step forward in that way. This is just how they're feeling. So I do see this as being the beginning to them coming out of this phase that they're in, right? At least wanting to let their guard down and they want to be closer to you. It's a different story as to whether that happens, because you might not allow that to happen as well, or they might not take action on it, and we'll see once we get into the near future. But that's how they're feeling. So let's see, what do we want to clarify here? I want to clarify this Three of Wands. So let's see, why is the Three of Wands here? There we go, a Cups card, a feeling card, an emotion card, the King of Cups. So they're thinking about you as the King of Cups with love. They're seeing you fantasizing about you in the future, even though they're still waiting, right, before coming forward. But they're seeing a lot of love here. Let's see the Queen of Cups in reverse. The Ten of Wands. So the fact that they think that you are not going to reciprocate that love to them, right? Because they have the King of Cups, you have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So they're seeing the future as them coming in as the King of Cups and you being like, no, right? As the Queen of Cups in reverse, like you don't want to give your love to them anymore. And that is weighing very, very heavy on them. All right, so that's what they're thinking here. Let's clarify the Devil in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. So this is a long journey for them, right? Coming to this place of really releasing any fears that they had for the Divine Feminine. Even if you were, I don't know, in contact for years, even if you had this on and off where they wanted to be with you, there was a fear involved, all right? And it has been long. It has been challenging. I feel like they're still feeling that challenge, but they're working towards it. And I feel like this is something that they're very, very aware of. The fact that, you know, they were once afraid of this. And that may have played a role in them even staying in the other connection, all right, with the karmic partner for some of them. Let's see the Hermit. The Six of Swords. Yeah, so whatever it was that was keeping them distant from you, because I do feel that for some of them, or for a lot of them actually, even if you were in contact, there was distance between the two of you, or whatever it was that caused that, doesn't matter. They want to leave that behind. It's like they want to whatever it was from the past, those energies from the past, they don't want that anymore. They want something new. They want to move forward. They want things to be calm. They want to have this with you, but in a way where things are going to be more balanced, right? Calmer waters, not having conflict. So if for some of you, if there was also conflict, that is what they want to move away from, because that conflict was also keeping you at some kind of a distance. And when I say distance, I don't necessarily mean that you were in no contact. I mean emotional distance. All right. Let's see the Seven of Wands. Justice. Huh. So they want to let their guard down because they want to express to you, okay? They want to make things right. They want to express to you how they really feel. They want to express to you the truth. If they pulled away, or if they, ghosted you, or whatever it was of them putting up that guard, they know that that wasn't right. Even if you are in contact, let's say, for example, they weren't opening up much to you concerning the karmic relationship and what was going on in that relationship, and they were just keeping you in the dark, I feel like that's an example of them wanting to release this guard, all right? Putting down the guard that they have up, that blocking you out, right? They want to make things right. They know that that was not fair to you because, well, if they're involved with you and they're involved with another relationship or with another karmic situation, whatever that is, right? They owe it to you to at least be open about it and let you know what's going on so that you can also, make your own decisions or just be in the light of what it is that's going on. All right. So that's how they're feeling at the moment. And I feel like that's another thing that they are regretting, right? Having kept you in the dark or not having let you know certain feelings that they may have had about you or what was going through their heads or anything of that sort. All right, so let's see what's going on with the Femmies, and then we'll get into what is coming up in the near future. All right, so what is going on with my dear Femmies here? Let's see, we have the Knight of Wands, the King of Swords in reverse, we have the Magician in reverse, and we have the Seven of Wands upright for you. Okay, so you're going through a rough patch yourself. All right, so what I'm getting here for the feminines, at least for the group that I'm tapping into today, you're a little bit in and out. I feel like you're changing your mind possibly a lot when it comes to this relationship. I feel like you might even emotionally be a little bit in a fluctuating type of a state where, you might get angry, some of you, not all of you. You might feel resentment. You might, and then you might go back to feeling forgiveness. You want this, you don't want this. You wish you didn't want it, but you do. You have hope for it, but you wish you didn't. It's kind of like that, or you believe it's going to happen and then you don't believe it's going to happen, so you wish you could just move on because you just don't know. So you're very indecisive here, all right, with the King of Swords being in reverse, and and because of that, it's difficult to think rationally, and I feel like the more you try to think rationally, the more you're just not going to be able to think rationally. So don't try. Don't try to make sense out of it. You cannot make sense out of this type of a relationship. You just can't. Or out of this type of a connection. At the bottom of the deck with the Six of Cups. All right, divine connection here. So I feel like this is actually, this type of an in and out, undecisive, overthinking type of an energy, which is okay, all right, because we go through phases. And I went through a phase myself, so I totally get it. I'm not trying to preach anybody. That's keeping you from being able to manifest. All right, with the Magician being in reverse. And when I say manifest, I don't mean manifesting this connection, because quite frankly, for a lot of the divine feminines, you have already done whatever it is you could do to help this person. Now you can only focus on you. And yes, focusing on you can manifest also this connection, but only when that is not the end goal. All right, and that's the catch. You have to want to do it for you, and not for this connection. But that it doesn't mean that you can't want this connection to happen. But don't be working on yourself as a means to an end. You can still want this, but keep that in the back seat. So easier said than done, I know. And then here's you having your guard up. You're protecting yourself. Because you don't want this anymore. You want out. You want to be, you wish you were done, but that's the thing. It's like you're not. And that's okay. And if you feel like you are, okay, well then maybe you're in a different group, all right? Don't attack me. Let's see if there's anything else. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Five of Swords in reverse. Let me just get one more. And the Eight of Swords, which fell on the ground. Give me just one sec. May or may not have been in reverse. It doesn't really matter. What I'm getting here is this is you, you know, on the one hand, wanting a reunion with this person, like you wish it could come together, but you feel like it's not. You feel like it's a lost cause. You feel like it's a lost battle. And yet that's still keeping you trapped. All right, so that's okay. Like I said, everybody's going through a rough patch here, all right, in this connection. It's not just you, it's also the divine masculine. Well, I don't know about the karmic partner. We will do that in a different reading, which would just be the divine masculine and the karmic partner, the relationship between the two of them. Yeah, and do let me know if you guys, how many of you want those readings? Yeah, so if there's a lot of you that want those, then I will get to it a little bit quicker. So yeah, this is what the divine feminine is going through, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Like I said, it's part of the process, and I feel like you will get through it. I just feel that. All right, because you always do. Divine feminine, you got power. All right, you have more power than you think. It's just normal to have, you know, a bad day or a bad week or a bad month. It's okay. Allow it to be before you move on. All right. Okay, so let's get into the future energies. Let's see what is coming up. Let me just move these up a little bit. Yeah, I knew that was gonna fall, but that's okay. All right, so what is coming up in the near future for the divine masculines towards their karmic situation? So near future would be about a couple of weeks. So let's see. All right, we have the Six of Wands, we have Judgment in reverse, and we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So some of them are still going to be a little bit kind of like trying to escape, seeing the situation more clearly. It's like I feel like they're still thinking practically rather than trying to see through what is really going on here. And it might be that their ego is getting in the way. All right. It's like focusing on the material, focusing on what they feel they need to do in order to be successful. And this could be related to how others see them, right? What they think others expect of them. And for that reason, it's like they're not taking much action. And for others, I feel like they're actually going to have victory over that. So it is a little bit general here. Let's see. Let's get three more. All right, we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, we have the 8 of Swords, and we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, interesting combination. So yeah, so I do feel like I'm picking up on two different groups here, as I said before with the first row. It doesn't matter, all right? It doesn't matter. Next couple of weeks, there's good news and well, I don't want to say bad news because it's not bad news, it's just what it is. But I feel like this commitment, like even this material type of thinking, the practical type of thinking, that is coming to an end, all right, with the 10 of Pentacles here being in reverse. That is coming to an end. They're still there, okay, with the 8 of Swords. They're still there, but this is one step forward here, okay? At least they're like, you know what, thinking about the material world and what's practical and what's not practical and what is, you know, I made a vow or I made a commitment or I have these responsibilities or whatever. That I feel is coming to an end, yet they're still there. But also the other good thing is that they're coming out of that victim mode. Kind of like they're feeling like whatever it is that they would lose by exiting this and by moving away from it is really not all that bad. Like they're really not losing that much, or whatever it is that they're losing, it's not going to be as bad as they once thought, okay? But with the 8 of Swords being here, this is just Spirit saying that doesn't mean that they're actually physically moving. And I know that anyway from this card here with the Knight of Wands being in reverse, okay? But this is them coming out of that, at least beginning to come out of that phase. All right, so that is actually, I'm seeing this as something positive for them. And again, like I said, a lot of you probably don't care because you're trying to put up that block. You don't want to care. You just want this to be done and over with, right? But here we are. Here we are looking into what's going on. Even if it is just for the sake of support. Or curiosity, as I said before. I've said before. All right, so let's see what is coming up for their energy towards you. The 2 of Swords. The Knight of Swords and the 10 of Wands. And I'm going to get 3 more, just as I got for them and their karmic partner. Again, a lot of overthinking. They are overthinking. Like I said, they want to put their guard down, but they're still overthinking things. And because of that, though, I do feel like because they know that they have been stagnant, this is also weighing heavy on them, right? With the 10 of Wands here. They want to release that. They want to put an end to that. They want to take action, all right? With the Knight of Swords here. It's just, I feel like they're overthinking about which way to do it. Should I do this? Should I get in touch first and, you know, and then see what I'm going to do about the karmic? Should I just, you know, talk to my Divine Feminine anyway? Should I approach her anyway? Like, whatever. That overthinking is what is keeping them from actually resolving this in a way that would be effective. But for some of them, I do see them coming in. I do see them taking action on this. Let's see what else. We have the 9 of Swords in reverse. This kind I wanted to flip over. Let's see the 7 of Cups. And Temperance. All right, well, at least we're finishing off with Temperance, all right? That's healing. That is them being able to bring themselves into balance finally. All right, after this whole rough patch. And like, you know what? They're not just going through a rough patch with you. It's also with the karmic partner, right? Because they're sitting there being unhappy, not knowing what to do there either. There's a lot of back and forth there, like just overthinking, trying to handle the situation, not being able to, all right? It's not just with you. I feel like they're going through a really hard time. Like I don't see a tower, but it's them just really juggling and just being way too much in their headspace here. But that's about to change. That's about to change, all right? They're coming out of that victim mentality and and coming into this balance here. All right, and even with the 9 of Swords here, I see that as them coming out of that overthinking that I'm seeing in the first row. All right, so still a little bit of confusion here with the 7 of Cups, but I'm mostly seeing this as them really being able to see these options, the options that they have from a more balanced perspective, rather than this 2 of Swords. Right, that was causing them to feel so overburdened that they're just, not knowing what to do. As I said before, they're balancing that out and able to see their options with a lot more clarity. So again, for some of you, you might have communication here. Some of you are already in communication, so it doesn't really make a difference. But for the most part, I do see them balancing out, being able to weigh out their options, all right, for this group here. So let's just see if there's any messages for the feminines, if this was resonating with you. Concerning your near future, any messages? Well, the very first card that flew out was the Empress. All right, and then we have the 3 of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Hanged Man in reverse. All right, so this is very, very positive the way I'm seeing this combination, because first card out, Empress, you are able to step into that power again, okay? Because I feel that for a lot of you, you have felt like you were in this power, and then you felt like you lost that power, but here you are stepping into that power again, and yes, 3 of Wands, not waiting for this anymore, right? Not looking forward to this, not staying stuck, getting yourself unstuck from this, coming out of that 8 of Swords, being able to just really get back to focusing on you, focusing on your path, focusing on your spirituality, on your own abundance, and on what it is that makes you feel good in life, okay? So that is really, really good, all right, guys? That's coming up for you, but you can do things to help that along, all right? And one of those things is to don't suppress your feelings, all right? Don't suppress your feelings, but be aware of them, okay? Also, don't just feel them and blindly, right? Look at them, talk to them, if that makes sense. All right, so that's just what's going on currently, all right? I do feel like things are going to shift. There is going to be, I love how the last card out here was Temperance, and we also have balancing the scales here for the masculine. So they are going to balance this out. They're just, it's kind of like you're mirroring, right? What you've been going through, how you've been back and forth with how you feel, that's what they're going through as well, but just in a slightly different way and concerning not only you, but their karmic situation, okay? And just like you are going to step into that, your Empress energy, they're going to eventually step into their Emperor energy as well. Like, I will not be surprised if we see that in the next reading, because the Divine Feminine is usually one step ahead of the Masculine anyway. That's why it did not show up here. Because once you get into this Empress energy, they're probably going to follow along and step into their Emperor energy. All right, so let's see. Any final messages for those of you that this was resonating for? And if it resonated, please do give me a like, leave me a comment, and let me know. I love reading your stories. TikTok. Yeah, it's just a matter of time, all right? And I feel like things are about to blow up. This is about to change. It's time is running out for them. Time is running out for them. Things have to shift. This phase needs to be done gone, bye-bye, so they can move on to the next one. And I feel like that is exactly what is coming up in the next week or so. All right, guys, so it's a matter of time. And I feel like this is also true for you. It's just a matter of time until you're out of this and it is coming up, all right? You are the Empress. Stand in your power. All right, guys, those were the messages. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you so much love. Bye.